we're still setting up. Let's see. Working behind the scenes to make magic happen. Check, check, check. Huh. Exactly.
Power's on. Software failure.
Yeah, I'm not getting any signal at all. Let's do the usual. So I did the disconnect. I mean, fry our ears. Reconnect here. We're getting a little something here out of this.
Turn on the microphone.
Oh. Is there a microphone turn on? I don't think so.
There's feedback
this one.
off.
So this is the acapella group.
Yep.
Software development classes for women. So Girl Develop It.
That sound works.
Yep.
Good morning and welcome to 1 Million Cups. How y'all doing this morning? Yeah! Yeah! We're working on a couple sound issues, but I want to welcome you here today. How many people have been to 1 Million Cups before? Oh, fantastic. So how many people have not been to 1 Million Cups before? Actually, that's a good representation too as well. Thank you very much for coming. Let's see. So we get together every Wednesday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. here at Fat White ABQ to talk about entrepreneurship. Basically, we usually have one or two presenters. They talk about the story of why they started a company or organization, how they've been growing it, how the business works, and they ask questions. We have a discussion about how we can help them and our community as a whole grow. We're one of over 80 cities that's doing this around the country with the help of the Kaufman Foundation, and we're glad you can make it this morning. So, let's see, what else can I say? Are we ready?
Nope.
We're having a little bit of a microphone issue, so I encourage you to come a little bit closer, perhaps, in case our microphone does not help us, although the videos will all work very nicely. So I'll talk a little bit about ecosystem for one thing. One of the things that I think, one of the things that we've been engaged in, a couple of the different partners that are here every week, and strong members of our community, like CNN Stimulus Center, others at UNM and elsewhere, is growing the workforce that we're going to need in order to have this robust community we're building with all sorts of startups, new business, and growing other business. One of the things that we're also recognizing, yesterday was Equal Pay Day. How many people knew about Equal Pay Day? So Equal Pay Day is something I forget it was based on a bill, but it's basically about making sure that women are compensated equally with men across the workforce. And I think the United States is now at about 77%, if I recall, which is better than it was 30, 40 years ago. It's still not good enough. And if you're part of any of the minority communities, minority women are much further down the ladder as far as how much they get compensated. So one of the things that we see is we need to get more women involved with running companies, encouraging them and supporting them in their entrepreneurial roles, but also giving them the technical skills that they need in order to, get better paying jobs and grow their own careers. So that's one of the things, one of the reasons why we're really, really excited about a group called Girl Develop It.
It's Girl Develop It.
Which you don't want to see me even attempt to do that.
Yeah, try that.
Right? So do we want to wait for the mic a little bit, or do we want to pull it in a little bit? We can make this the download version. Yeah, sweet. So Lisa Adkins and Nika Allen, who are running the local chapter.
Nope.
Hello. How many women here
It's
know
the
how to
box.
code? Woo! You're not a woman. And I've experienced a lot of really interesting things being a woman in tech. So that's why I am such a supporter of women in tech, and I want to teach more women how to code, or help teach more women how to code. Because obviously I'm not a teacher because I can't code either. So I have been looking for a program. Everybody talks about tech talent. There's not enough tech talent here. All the companies say there's no tech talent. There's no tech talent. I know that's not true because I have a facility full of amazing tech talent, but not enough of them are women. So Peter, the CIO with the city of Albuquerque, was on a business trip in Washington, D.C., and he came across the woman who runs the National Goal Development Organization. She's in Philadelphia. And he got really excited, and he sent me an email, and he said, I think I found the program. Why don't you call this woman and see if you can bring the chapter here? So I did. I got in touch with the woman, and I filled out all the applications to bring a chapter license here to Albuquerque, and we got accepted. And then I realized, crap, this is going to be a lot of work. And I need some help because, you know, a lot of what all of us do, it's all volunteer work, and I need help. So first, I called up my best friend, Nika, and I said, Nika, can you do another volunteer thing for me to get Girl Development off the ground? And she said, absolutely. And so that's what we've been doing. So we also think it's really important because we want to encourage women here having technology jobs. Some of you probably know this. You can work from your home. You can work at any hour of the day, and you get paid lots more than people with normal jobs. And so we thought, you know, why can't women be doing this? This is actually the perfect job for women, the perfect job for a stay-at-home mom. And so this just fit perfectly into the things that Lisa and I were already doing. And so we were so excited to bring it here to everyone and offer it. And we've also, in creating the program here, we started learning more about the culture in New Mexico and the technology climate and what it would mean to teach women software development skills. And so one thing that we did, we also found out that a lot of people didn't have hardware. And so we started running the program right here out of StackPipe, but there's no computers for everyone to use. So with the help of the Technology Council and FatPipe and many other people across the city, we raised, we got donated laptops, and so we got about 50 laptops to donate to all of the women who needed a computer too. So now we kind of have a full-service chop shop, and I'm back in IT. And we've seen some of our success stories actually starting off, taking some of the Girl Develop It classes, then actually moving to a C&M Stimulus Deep Dive Bootcamp, and then the teachers, the people from that program become our teachers. So now we have this kind of circle going on that's been really great, I think, just in general for Albuquerque and for what we're doing for the tech talent.
So the UNM Newsport group did a really great video on us, and we want to show you the video because you did a great job.
This is the website, by the way, girldevelopit.com, if you ever want to check out more about us, and you can also see all the different cities.
Yeah, if you go to chapters, you'll see all of the different cities that they support. And so New Mexico is down there, and Albuquerque is listed. And then another thing that you can find on our website is if you go to the materials page, this is the core curriculum. The core curriculum, like the first 6 classes that we can teach, and all of the curriculum is actually there. You can look at the slideshow and the examples and kind of look through it and see if it's something that you're interested in. So that's really cool. We have over 60 classes that we are capable of teaching, and it's all open source. There's a little bit of app development. We started a Word class on Monday, which has been really popular. Lots of us use WordPress in our jobs. Let me show you the video because it will answer some questions. And then don't look at my password.
Half Pipe ABQ, and we're a collaborative workspace. And I've had many women come to me and say, why aren't there any software development classes for women? So Girl Develop It is a nationwide program and a nonprofit that is meant to teach women over the age of 18 how to program. So we bring these women together in non-judgmental environments, and we teach them software development skills so that they can learn how to develop websites, apps, and this allows them to advance in their careers, maybe learn a new skill. So basically, we're here to empower women and help them along in their careers.
Technology jobs are incredible jobs for people to hold because they're stable, they're well paid, they are easy for someone to do well into their lives and their careers. You could be in software development until you're 85 years old if you wanted. And that's an important area for women to get into so that they can have stable careers as well.
So together we thought it was important to bring this program to Albuquerque so we can create more female developers, help place them in the jobs with the companies who say they can't find tech talent, help them start companies. We'd love to help maybe some working moms have a web development business at home, earn really good money. They can still stay home with their kids, and it's an opportunity maybe that they haven't had before.
We have a meetup page on meetup.com, and you just go there, type in Girl Develop It Albuquerque, and you'll find our chapter, and you get to see all of the classes that we have listed. You can pay for them there. You can have conversations with us, the directors, and also other participants as well. We have people asking us constantly, where is the talent, where is the talent? And there's not enough talent to fill all the jobs that are needed, and so why not fill them with women?
One other thing that I do want to mention, another reason why this is so important, and I think that we like to kind of suppress thinking about this, but women don't always feel comfortable in classes full of men, and the dynamic changes when you're in a class full of all men. Exactly. But so the dynamic changes. So really, the reason that these classes, they're not exclusive for women, but they are built around women. They're women-focused. They have women topics. We code about puppies and flowers, and everything is pink. And I think in general, as silly as that may sound, it makes women much more comfortable, and it kind of eases them into the process. And we've heard from other schools around New Mexico even, that when women are the only women in the class, that they're very uncomfortable and that they feel a lot of kind of prejudice against them. So I think that's another reason why these classes are so important. So I think coming and starting in a women-focused class and then moving to a larger, more general class helps them with their confidence. So.
And not everything's pinky yet. My son, Jordan, and I, and John Mearswa, we started the Deep Dive Coding Bootcamp. We just finished the intro to PHP class. And while everybody else is talking about their copy types and using the database to bring copy friends over, John's talking about bears killing elk, and my son's got cars and car parts and engines and so.
Dynamic change.
So men are welcome to come to class. You just have to, be on your best behavior. There's a code of conduct that we all have to live by, because these classes are really intended for women. So any questions? Yes? It's actually an insurance liability issue. And but I've been talking to other people in town. There's an organization who's starting coding classes for middle-aged kids. And then Greg Miliatis, I don't know if he's here today, he's one of our tenants. There he is. Hi, Greg. You're working on something for teenagers, right? Or trying to work on something for teenagers. So what we are all planning to get together to make sure that we can cross-promote and help each other with each other's programs, so that there is really a path that someone very young could follow, and that we're helping to communicate that there are resources out there. But ours is simply a matter of liability.
Well, additionally, though, the founder also of the program, She got into coding and web development when she was an adult, and she wasn't able to do that before, and then she was taught. And so she also felt like, in addition to liability, that there's a lot of programs that focus on STEM for kids, but then once you get over 18, you're kind of left out of the loop. So that is another additional reason why she decided to focus on 18 and over.
Yes.
So how long are the programs? How much are the programs? And are they set up for evening?
So our classes are weeknights and weekends. Most of the core classes are 8 hours long, so we'll break it up over like a Tuesday, Thursday for 2 weeks for 2 hours. An 8-hour class is $100. It's very affordable. So we have a couple of 3-hour classes, workshops like on GitHub or like the basics of the web, and those are, you know, $30 or $40. So they're very affordable, and we do have scholarships available. The New Mexico Technology Council has provided us some scholarships, and so has the CNN Stimulus Center, and we still have some available. So we have an application, a woman can fill out the application, tell us what her financial need is, and I've honestly only ever turned down one person. So for a scholarship, we're pretty giving of that money, and so the classes are easy to get, right? Any working mother or mom potentially could come to the class. They are here at the height. We actually, Nika did a fantastic job of coordinating some girl development classes through UNM STEM Gateway. So they have all of these STEM students getting ready to graduate at UNM who've had 4 years of theory, but they don't know how to code. So we came in and we did the core curriculum. We just finished the JavaScript class, so we taught 6 classes. Our teachers went into UNM. They weren't on the meetup page because it was a private session, but there were 25 students who started the program, and now they have better software development skills as they go out and update their resume and go out and look for some real work. But the rest of the classes are all here. Yeah, what is marketing? Well, we're marketing with social media, and our meetup page, and of course word of mouth, and we really need help with that because most of the classes run 3 to 4 people. And while that's great for the student because they get such individual attention, it's really hard on the teachers. Because, you know, if I hold a class on a weeknight, they'll email me and say, oh, I just wish this was on the weekend. So you just put it on the weekend. So then I'll say, okay, well, I'll do another one on the weekend. Before Bruce just finished, I don't know how many hours of PHP back to back. He taught the weeknight and the weekend class at the same time. So it's a lot of work, and the teachers do actually get paid. So there's some incentive for them. It's not a lot of money. They get half of any of the registration fees, and because we want to pay them for their time. It's really important that they are valued and that they want to come and you know, come out to the community and teach kids how to code, and it's not for free. Questions?
Having classes and having it mostly men and being a nerd myself, it's not more of a conscious, difference. It's more of they're more afraid of you than they are They really
Did you hear
very nice.
Steve? And for those of you who didn't hear Steve, he said it's not that men that want to take classes with women, it's just that they feel intimidated by us. Well, that's because we're so smart. But, I haven't seen that. I hope that's true.
It's a scare.
You're scared of us. Well, you shouldn't be scared of me because I have very high heels.
So I wanted to make a comment. I've been teaching classes for women in solar electricity for many years, and it really is a very different dynamic.
Yeah.
And we would ask the women, would you take this class if it wasn't all women? And many of them would.
Yeah.
Because they learn very differently. Everybody gets to the same place, but you have to really nurture each other and help each other and talk to each other. It's a whole different dynamic.
And you do see that happening in class where the women will help each other. I think another benefit of Girl Development, there are so many online resources, but not all of us can teach ourselves a skill by going online. I know I can. I need a teacher. And the teacher can be a man or a woman, but I need that hands-on instruction so that I can raise my hand in class and say, Bruce, can't connect to the database, I don't know what's wrong, help me. We do have lots of female teachers as well. It's just that the men seem to be more accessible right now, probably because the women are home, making dinner and taking care of the kids. So
life cycle. She came and did 2 girl development classes. She took one, she loved it. She used to be a graphic designer. She's a single mom. At one point she was homeless. And she took one of our classes and decided, hey, this is really cool. I can do this. So she took another one. And then she decided, this is so cool. I really think I want to do this for my career. So she joined the Deep Dive Coding Boot Camp across the street. She did their 10-week intensive program. And then during that process, she applied for the New Mexico Technology Council's Women in Tech Celebration Scholarship. Out of all of the applicants, the judges picked her to win that scholarship, and she got $5,000, which she then used to pay off her school at Deep Dive Coding Boot Camp. And now she's back out in the community. She's going to work with the Tech Council and with us in a teach, and she's actually looking for, she got a job. I was going to say she's looking for work.
She got a job.
Yay! So those are amazing stories, and there really are opportunities and kind of a path that you can follow. And there's a lot of us in the community who want to help them find jobs, and we can help them do that. I'm certain of it. So, since it's Lisa Nika Day, have you all heard about Women's Startup Weekend?
Yes.
Yes. Are you coming? Yes. So, we've done lots of startup weekends here in Albuquerque and all over the state. They're usually led by our famous Eric Friend Whitmore, right? They've been in Santa Fe and Las Cruces, and here in Albuquerque we've done team startup weekends and themed startup weekends. But this one is for women. And what that means is your team has to be woman-led. So the idea has to come from a woman, and teams have to form around her as the leader of the idea. Men are welcome. We want you here. We need participants. If you have never been to a startup weekend, you have no idea how much fun these are and the opportunities that it can create. And I wish Trish with seniors was here to tell her story that she won last year. And if you've been watching the news, you know how well Trish with seniors is doing, where she's pairing tech-savvy teams with seniors to teach them how to use their cell phones and their iPads, right? It was a great idea, and it was just an idea a year ago. She got up, she took the open mic, she said, I think I want teams to help people like my mother learn how to use their iPhone. And a year later, look at where she's at. So those sorts of things happen in startup weekends, and we really need participants. This is going to be an amazing event. We have some great sponsorships. We have some great swag. Say it, Eric.
I have a comment and a question and a half.
Yeah.
So one thing to share is that basically from the various accelerators, mostly ABQID, about a third of those companies either started at or were kind of came together at a startup weekend. So it's not just that, startup weekends are great for all different kinds of companies, even though some of them, they're looking for the next WhatsApp or something like that. What folks who are visiting, which is awesome, but what folks, when they visit New Mexico and they see the companies, what they like about our entrepreneurs is that we're working on real problems that affect real people. And a lot of it comes from the heart, a lot of it's kind of social enterprise stuff, and that's really, really cool. But if you're interested in something that's high growth and potentially could get investment, there are those kinds of companies too. So about a third of the companies that have gone into ABQID and SFID have come out of these kinds of events. So it's not just for weekend projects.
Now, I see Kathy Ferguson here. Kathy, raise your hand. Kathy was the winner of the last startup weekend. You want to tell us about your company? Medical debt resolution?
Medical debt resolution, and I work for consumers, because there's medical billing projects. Audit the health insurance companies in the state, and save consumers a whole lot of money.
So, yeah, I have Marm because this week.
Yeah!
And we have we really do cool things at our startup weekend. We have yoga class.
You have sweatpants that say start me up on the bus.
We do, Pat McNamara is coming in, and he's going to teach the business model canvas to the participants, which is in and of itself worth every single penny. It's $99, but if you register before April 18th, it's $75. It's really, really worth it. We're going to feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2.5 days. So you can't beat it. I mean, even if you don't have an idea that you want to come pitch, come and participate, because you'll find someone else who you think has a great idea, and you can become a co-founder or a participant on their team.
And you meet great mentors. We have incredible judges as well, and you form relationships with them too. And actually, I mean, that's how I got to be where I am today, is actually from a startup weekend. I started networking the heck out of that event. Met people that hired me. I met people that mentor me still today, and that was 3 years ago. So I definitely am a strong proponent of startup weekend.
I have two questions. So one is the general question that we'll get to in just a second, and the first one's related. It's a two-part question. One is, you've got this great talent that's going through GDI. Is there some good way for business do you want business to visit, or how can we connect those people with potential employers? Is there something we can do as a community to encourage that dialogue?
Even if you're not interested in learning how to code software, join our meetup page if you're interested in meeting these women, because we just did a girls' night out coding just a few weeks ago, and that was here at Fat Pike. It was a networking event. We had some snacks. We got women who are interested in learning more about the program together with our teachers and community members, and that would be a really good place to get kind of your pulse on some talent and have a quick hire at some point. So that would be great. And if you join the meetup page, you'll see everything that we're doing. You'll see our classes, and you'll see any of the networking events that we put together.
So we'll share that through the various 1 Million Cups kind of channels. And how can we as a community help you and GDI continue to grow?
Marketing. We need more students. I think above all, we just need students. And it's interesting to us because we have now like almost 350 people on our meetup page that are interested and that want to be taking classes, but it's hard for us to get people in the door. So I think we would love suggestions if you guys can recommend the program, or have ideas for us for how we can better market and how we can get what they call butts in seats. So we really want to do that, and I think that's been our biggest challenge thus far.
Can we help? Can we help? Yes, spread the word. Can you put like the meetup like URL or something over there? That would be awesome. So a couple things we're going to do, a little bit of community announcements. We've got some special announcements before we get to that. And if there's at least one person who's making a special announcement, they'll come up here, so we're ready to go. But before we do that, I'd like to thank our sponsors. So first of all, we want to thank Technology Ventures Corporation and Savio Systems for providing coffee. Who likes coffee? Yeah, okay. I know that's the only reason I get here. Well, there's the entrepreneurship. I think that's a good thing. In addition to that, we've got Noventum. They're kicking butt with donuts. It seems like they're doing more and better donuts all the time. That's fantastic. We love Fat Pipe ABQ, really the heart of what's happening in our innovation district and all that. Nick Lehman Media, we've got me, we've got Steve, we've got Dara. We've got John Ayala, who basically comes in early to help set up this place out of the goodness of his heart and the possibility of getting the right donut, which almost never happens, I don't know. And we also want to thank Hartford Square, just great people to work with. So I think, are you on next? Yeah. All right, we talked a little bit about this last week. So one of the really cool events that's coming up just in the immediate future is this Native American Youth Hackathon. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Hopefully our slides are all ready to go. But that's coming up in about a week and a half now.
Right.
So without further ado.
Thank you. Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Seth Saavedra. I work just down the road at the Native American Community Academy. We're an APS granted charter school. We've been around about 10 years. It's actually our 10th year. Our first class of students are now graduating from college this year. So we've been making visits to them, trying to convince them to come back to New Mexico if that's what they'd like to do, so that's exciting. We are in the midst of thinking about what are the opportunities for our students as they come back to Albuquerque and New Mexico. And for them, of course, the focus for us are STEM-related opportunities, and them asking us questions, if I'm interested in doing this, where do I look? Where can I start looking for opportunities? And so through those conversations, driven primarily from our students and the communities, we are hosting next weekend, so April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, the first ever Native-focused hackathon. It'll be just across the street here at Epicenter. We're partnering with two organizations. So My Brother's Keeper, which is a national, nationwide effort. And then we're also working with Kino Labs out of Oakland, California. They run hackathons primarily focused on African American students in the Bay Area. They work with Black Girls Code, Hack Reactor, a few of the boot camps there as well. And so our founder, Carol Barbroff, who some of you may know, convinced Kalima Preforce, their founder and CEO, to do what they do, but bring it to Albuquerque and to work with our students and communities to run a weekend hackathon for them and for our students. And so we're in the midst of that. I brought some flyers to share more about that. Our website is just nativembk, so mybrotherskeeper.com, nativembk.com. You can find all the information there about registering as a mentor, a volunteer. If you can't make it out for the event, we'd love to have you even as a spectator. If not, any support in sharing the word or getting the information out there would be really helpful. We have a social media toolkit that we put on that website as well. What else should we need to know? We're going to have about 60 students come out all together, and so these will be 6th graders through 12th graders. For those of you who might be hiring in the future, this is a good chance to get an early lead on some of our juniors and seniors who are leaving in a couple months to go to Yale, Dartmouth, Lewis and Clark, New Mexico State, UNM, so they're going all over, but they'll be ready for the workforce in 4 years, and so it could be a good early chance to kind of seed with them as well, if you can make it out. We need about 120 mentors and volunteers from across the spectrum, so developers, designers, education, entrepreneurs, even if you come from probably just a normal job, which is what I work, even those from just normal jobs, come out, serve as a mentor. These will be student-led teams, and they will be bringing together ideas from their communities and from their tribes and pueblos. So our students come across 50 different tribes and pueblos, not only within New Mexico, but from Oklahoma, Arizona, North and South Dakota as well. So you'll see a really interesting diversity of ideas and problems brought to bear, and they'll be solving around. I have some flyers here, but if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try and field those.
So, I've never been to a hackathon before. What do I expect?
Awesome. I think you're not telling the truth, but it's okay. So we start Friday afternoon and evening. Our students will come together. There's a bit of orientation to what the actual weekend looks like for them, because for most of them this is their first time participating in a startup weekend or a hackathon. So there'll be some orientation for them and with our mentors. And then essentially they'll just go in a very high level pitching their ideas. To apply, they have to submit 60-second videos submitting their ideas, what they want to, problems they want to solve around. So the group as a whole will get to view their videos, and then essentially everyone will vote and elevate the 10 ideas that will come to the surface there. And that evening, on Friday evening, will coalesce around the top 8, 9, or 10 ideas. And then over the course of all day Saturday and Sunday, of course, we're providing food, drink, beverages, coffee to fuel everyone throughout the weekend. Those teams will coalesce around the students, and they will be working to solve their problems and whatever topics that they've raised through the course of that. And then it concludes on Sunday evening. We have a community gathering event, so we'll have a drum speaker, a couple elders from our students' community, and then our teams will have a pitch competition, and then our winners will get various prizes that local organizations have donated in kind.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Let's see. So we'll have some of these flyers up front and on this little coffee table up here. We mentioned it last week, but yeah, please, if you have any questions, we'd love to make this a fantastic, it'll already be a fantastic event. Let's make it even better.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
One of our sponsors has an amazing event. It used to be something else, and I have no idea what that was. But they're turning it into something called Tech Lunchbox, and Candy's here to tell us a little bit about what Savia Systems is doing.
Yes, good morning. We had an event that we started last September called Tech Night Out, and it was just that. We get people from the community, entrepreneurs come together, and we had a guest speaker that would talk about issues or problems that you may have as a business in the community and kind of help solve them. Well, dinner time is family time, so we're moving it to accommodate a bigger audience. We're calling it Tech Lunchbox. So this month, we're going to have the CIO of the City of Albuquerque, Peter Ames, is going to be talking about smart city initiatives. And it's April 26th from 11:30 to 1. And if you're interested in going and finding out more about what this group does, you can email me at candy@salviasystems.com or go to our Facebook page and you'll see all the information there.
Cool, thanks. And you know, if you don't know, how many people know Albuquerque is getting a lot of credit as far as, you know, being one of the smart cities across the country as far as doing whether it's sort of like more transparent government or more efficient government. It's one of those things that really Mayor Barry's had on his agenda since the very beginning, and Peter Ames has really led some great efforts. I don't know if there's some news that I hear is in the offing that maybe he'll be sharing in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. So I don't have his full agenda, but it should be exciting. So I hope you all can make it. Again, let me know. You can email me, and we have it on the board here. I also have cards, and again, I'll be at our Facebook page at Salvia Systems. So come see me afterwards if you want to talk about it.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I'm going to try and do some quick announcements. Basically, and we do not have a second speaker this morning. If you've got like a quick announcement or event or some other kind of thing that's coming up, if we can keep it brief, we'd love to include some of those. But I've got a couple of those that I'll kind of get into right now, just really within the next week or so. So first of all, today, it's already full, but if you are already here and listening to the sound of my voice, let's turn the camera off, can we? If you're here, you can participate in how to be a social media ninja. Megan Nordman is one of the most awesome people we have in town, or, you know, really nationally. She's great and recognized as an expert in social media. She'll be giving a talk in this very space at 11:30, which also means that we some of us may need to move out and allow folks to move in and you know get this thing set up. But really, she is totally awesome. I think you'll really appreciate staying if you can for that social media ninja session. It's Entrepreneurial Wednesday, so across the street from 3 to 5 is the entrepreneurial office hours, and that's over at Epicenter. A few more things. Working with Media is happening over at sbc.unm. That's tomorrow morning from 8 to 9. Immediately after is also Taza. Do you know who's presenting at Taza tomorrow?
You know, I should know this, but I don't.
But you know that it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a bilingual opportunity for people to hear from great local entrepreneurs. And it's happening at the South Valley Economic Development Center. Awesome. Let's see. In addition to that, I'll just kind of share a couple more things. New Mexico Tech is doing an awesome event that is on Friday and Saturday. They brought a number of great entrepreneurs, you know, from throughout New Mexico together. New Mexico Tech's done some great things like the technology behind RiskSense, which is one of our growing cybersecurity companies, is one of the tech transfer successes out of New Mexico Tech. They're doing this meet session on innovation that's happening this Friday and Saturday, and you still have an opportunity to get involved with that. And I think I will just almost jump into next week. So one of the great things that's happening next week, I'll do the event, and you can do the other thing. Or do you want to do the event?
I don't care.
Okay. So Santa Fe SFID, the brother or sister organization to ABQID Accelerator, they're having their demo day next Tuesday. That will be awesome. What time is it?
It's at 5 o'clock, I think.
I think it's at 5 o'clock, yeah.
I think it's starting at 5 sharp. I don't know enough.
We'll push some more information out. Yeah, let's go with it.
You know what, it's out on our website, it's SFID website, and it's 5 companies that have been through the Santa Fe Accelerator. They'll be presenting their companies, and it's in the New Mexico State History Museum.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to this museum, it's fantastic, and I think we'll have access to part of the museum, but there's a beautiful venue there, and it should be a great event, and hope somebody can come up to support those teams. And I personally will make a point of inviting each and every one of them to come down here to participate in 1 Million Cups. So if you don't get up there on Tuesday night, we'll have them all down here to talk about their companies.
Is there a way people can participate in the next ABQID Accelerator?
As a matter of fact, there is, Eric. We have applications open now for our summer cohort. Please put in your application to bring your company, launch it forward with ABQID. We'd love to see your ideas and hear your thoughts on where you think your next big thing is, and we want to be part of it if possible. So please put your applications in, and we hope to see you there.
The last announcement that I think that I'll be making is next Friday is the Ignite Accelerator. That's Ignite with CNM. Their accelerator finishes up next Friday, and they'll be doing a public event on that as well. You can find out, I'm wearing the meetup shirt, you can find out more information about all this from the 1 Million Cups meetup site. Do we have any other events and announcements that we would like to share with our crowd? Yeah.
All right, who enjoyed Lisa's presentation today? Who ever heard John Preisinger speak? And isn't he awesome? So some of those skills are available through the Toastmasters group, and TVC, Technology Adventures Corp, has a Toastmasters group happening every Tuesday over lunch, and we have spots available. I'm a newer member, I'm getting a lot out of it. Wanted to invite you guys, if you have any interest in developing your public speaking and being effective and enjoyable and funny and like Lisa and John, and that's what's available. So come and see me, see any of the TVC guys, or check us out. Thanks.
I just want to expand a little bit about what Eric mentioned about what's going on in New Mexico Tech. Very few people really know much about what's happening in New Mexico Tech, but I can tell you that their average graduate gets 5 job offers from around the country. We don't hear about them much because they have no sports teams, probably, but recruiters in the country know about them. What's happened is they've gotten funding from an alumnus to create what is called the Center for Technology Commercialization. And that's what they're focusing on. How do you license technology from universities, and then how do you work with the universities? And that's what the session on Friday and Saturday is going to be all about. And in fact, it's bringing national speakers. There are only a couple I'm speaking, that's why I know about it. But there are only maybe 3 people from New Mexico who are speaking. This is a national meeting, so it's a huge opportunity to create a network of people who have had experience doing licensing, especially from universities.
Awesome, thank you very much. Any New Mexico Tech graduates? Any New Mexico Tech graduates? The rest of the graduates. I mean, it's true. It's awesome. It's like a kind of a boutique kind of program where it gets great recognition across the country. Any other announcements for right now? Oh, sure. Come on over.
So, hi, I'm Rob. I'm new here.
Hi, Rob.
Welcome.
6 months ago, I have a startup called Be the Swarm, and we're launching our Kickstarter this Saturday.
All right.
And so it's a zombie pub crawl. So anybody who's into cheap food and drinks, that's the place to be over at Nob Hill. And so Be the Swarm, we make video games, and then we donate the money to different charities and GoFundMe pages, basically every day. And so the Kickstarter launch is our big thing. It's Zombie Crawl. And what that is we developed a game called Zombie, and you're a bee that runs around shooting a laser from a blow dryer and killing undead bees. And so the way that it's going to work is you just support our Kickstarter campaign. We're going to give you bee antennas, and then you get bar discounts, everything from 25% off your whole tab. We got $4 fireball shots if you're into that sort of thing. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. Even food deals. We have happy hours running at some of the restaurants and stuff like that if you don't think. So plenty of stuff to do. 7 p.m. Kelly will be outside. It's too big to do a real crawl, so we'll just give you a map of all the participants. There's about 12 bars. We got a couple hundred people, I think, turning out.
Which night again?
Saturday night, 7 p.m. Please go. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a riot. We got Rebel Donuts doing a Be the Swarm bee. We got all kinds of people participating, so it's going to be a riot. Hope to see you guys there.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Do you still have any of those cards around? I know we saw some out front. Do you have any, like...
I probably have some in my car.
Because they're so popular that they keep leaving.
The zombie
Fantastic.
one?
Yeah. So many of you, previous speaker, many of you know a gentleman by the name of Stacy Sacco, involved with almost probably too many things to mention. One of the reasons I asked him is you just participated in, or just helped put together a business plan competition at UNM. First time that UNM and CNN work together. A lot of great things coming out of it. Let me shut up and let you talk.
Yeah, I was just going to say, real quickly, UNM has a lot of things going on. In particular, this last week we had the UNM business plan competition. There's prizes of up to almost $75,000. We had 5 different teams win in the tech sector, and then another entrepreneurial business plan side of it. So this year we expanded to include CNN and other students around the state. So fantastic outreach from that. Got a couple of the students each in CNN once, so very exciting. I'm also very involved with another group, which is the Student Entrepreneur Club at UNM. It's campus-wide. If anybody needs interns, it's a great way to connect in. Also, I talked with Linda Schul yesterday. They're starting a very similar group at CNN this week, so that's exciting. I know there's a lot of other things going on. There's an industry networking series for tech jobs at Jackson Student Center at UNM. The Student Entrepreneur Club has a meeting this Thursday, with the gentleman Mark Hall from Reincarnation. So there's a lot of things going on at UNM, and I'd be happy to send you a list of those things as well as my other list.
How can we get on your list?
Send me an email, sasocco@aol.com. I'm rebuilding my website, NMNetlinks, which will be up in about a month. The other thing I was going to say, too, is that I know there's lots of mentorship groups that are going on, and I'm not sure if they all get a play. ABQID certainly has on Wednesday afternoon. We have Sync on Tuesdays, but also New Mexico Angels has a meeting every Tuesday, or varies, but 3:30 in the afternoon. There's Mentorship Mondays at the Shed. We have Albuquerque Technology Enthusiasts from New Mexico Tech Council. Friday networking lunches up in Santa Fe. It goes on and on and on. There's about 30 meetings going on pretty much every week, so I'm happy to share that list with you. But anyway, thanks for the time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yay! So we forgot that we forgot to recognize. Have you ever forgotten a loved one's anniversary? Okay, so I'm one of the people who puts together a thing called Fail Night, and I fail on a regular basis. However, it's the 4th anniversary of 1 Million Cups. So they asked us to share a little message about what they've been doing, and we'll be doing
We're recording. We're recording. We're recording. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Lincoln.
Welcome to 1 Million Cups! Okay, well thank you and welcome to 1 Million Cups, Kent County. Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Salt Lake City!
Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Virginia Beach!
Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Appleton. Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Missoula. I said it all.
Good morning and welcome to 1 Million Cups, Syracuse. We are super excited to get started. I hope you're all well caffeinated.
Good morning from Tacoma!
Live from Bozeman, it's 1 Million Cups.
Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Yankton.
Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Research Triangle Park.
To 1 Million Cups, Boise, our inaugural event.
Hi, welcome to 1 Million Cups, Orlando.
Hosted at Rollins College campus.
It's a beautiful place. Check it out for yourself. Check it out. Check it out.
Welcome to 1 Million Cups, Puerto Rico.
Good morning, Yankton.
Grab a cup of coffee and take a seat.
Grab a cup of coffee.
And take a seat.
Grab a cup of coffee and take a seat.
Grab a cup of coffee and
take a seat. Sit down and hold on. We're on an entrepreneurial journey. Is anybody here for the first time? Welcome.
let's open it up for questions.
Let's open it up for questions.
How do you make money?
Tell us more about your entrepreneurial journey.
Who is your customer?
How do you differentiate yourself?
What is your revenue model?
What can we as a community do for you?
What can we as a community do to help you?
What can we as a community do to help you?
Happy anniversary, 1 Million Cups!
Happy anniversary for 1 Million Cups, Savannah!
Happy anniversary, 1 Million Cups! Happy anniversary from Virginia Beach! Happy anniversary from Delaware Tech's 1 Million Cups, Kent County! Woo!
Happy anniversary from 1 Million Cups, Colorado Springs, home of the beautiful Pikes Peak.
Happy anniversary from Yankton.
Happy anniversary 1 Million Cups from RTP.
Happy
anniversary
from Missoula.
Happy anniversary 1 Million Cups from Lincoln 1 Million Cups.
research to
Happy anniversary, 1 million.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for joining us.
See you next week.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you next week in Missoula, Montana.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Caffeinating the entrepreneurial community, one cup of coffee at a time.
Okay.
And thank you for coming. We hope to see you again next week.